What is good, LAFC faithful? You know what time it is. It's the night before a match, and therefore it is time for one more sleep. And we are headed up the coast. We know the way to San Jose. It's to Levi's Stadium this time, though, just like it was last season. Headed up to the house of the 49ers to take on the Earthquakes in their biggest match of the year, because they already lost their match to the Galaxy, the Cali Classico, as they call it. The, what was it, 100th meeting of the Cali Classico, which was actually a good match to watch, 4-3. You know my voice. It's the Scarf, J.R. Liebert. And yes, this is another solo Scarf endeavor. Want to welcome everybody in to the chat. What's up, Oscar and Mario and everybody else who's already watching? We know it's a little bit of a late night, but we got everything working on our end, so we are ready to roll with one more sleep. First, just a couple of quick news items for the week. We want to say a big thank you, and there wasn't really a part of our history post, but there really should be, for David Camerman. David Camerman left LAFC to join the Revolution as head of player recruitment. We'll talk more about this on the podcast after the match and how it will affect LAFC moving forward. It is a big get for the Revolution as they are really struggling, and David is as quality of a team guy as there is. He was credited with scouting and recommending Denis Bouanga to the front office. And look, he was on staff for 8 MLS Cups. That's right, 8 MLS Cups. 3 with DC, 3 with Carson, Atlanta's only cup and ours. So he is a proven winner and a proven quality member of quality teams and front offices. So a big thank you to David Camerman. He was at almost every LAFC 2 game. I mean, you name it, he was everywhere. So congrats to New England on the big get for David Camerman. Also, congrats to Luis Muller. That's right, Luis Muller. Number 91 on your scorecard there, finally gets the contract with the big club. We have seen him do some really fun things with LAFC 2 this season, and he's actually played really well in limited minutes for LAFC this season. Number 91, the German kid from Cottbus, is now going to be a full-fledged member of the big club. Congratulations to Luis Muller. He is a big-bodied striker up front. He's got a nose for goal. He's not going to be starting or taking minutes, I don't think, at least, away from the likes of Kai Kamara up top. And certainly when Olivier Giroud gets here, it's going to get even more crowded up top. But that being said, for now and for depth, and we'll talk about why depth will be especially important over our next 4 matches in just a minute, it is a big, big get for LAFC. And congrats to Luis, who has worked incredibly hard this season. All right, I know we'll never know the limit of what short-term contracts are. I'm going to find out, Ben. Don't you worry. We've got some things in the works. We're trying to get some stuff situated for episode 300, but it's been a little bit of a difficult get. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what we do. But either way, episode 300 is going to be a lot of fun. This next one, recapping the San Jose match, of course, will be 299. But that being said, we are excited to bring you one more sleep tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. at Levi's Stadium. Yes, we did go up to Levi's Stadium last year, and we lost 2-1. It's almost a year to the day. It'll be May 4th when we play them. Star Wars Day, by the way, for nerds like me. It'll be May 4th when we play them this year. It was May 6th when we played them at Levi's Stadium last year. We lost 2-1 behind 2 goals from Christian Espinoza. More about Christian Espinoza in a little bit. And look, we've been a little spoiled this year after being absolutely train wrecked last year. Game after game, week after week, it just felt like they were stacking up, piling on. Every single week was 1 or 2 games at the start of last season. This season, counting tomorrow's match, our first 11 matches will have been played over 11 weeks. That's right. 7 days in between to rest, to work on things on the training ground, to recover. It has been incredible for LAFC to basically hit the 1/3 pole of the season, giggity, and only have to play 1 game every single week. So 11 matches in, including the San Jose game. It'll be one game a week. However, if you look at the gauntlet that we have coming up, it's a pretty big one. We've got our game on May 4th, and then we were supposed to play our first 12 games 1 week apart, but no. The U.S. Open Cup in Vegas, baby. That's right. May 8th, Wednesday in Vegas. Nothing spells success like Wednesday in Las Vegas. LAFC taking on the Las Vegas Lights at Cashman Field on Wednesday, May 8th. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're home to the Vancouver Whitecaps on May 11th at BMO. And then just 4 days later, we play St. Louis in St. Louis, May 15th. So a little bit of a gauntlet for LAFC as we play Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. So it's 4 matches in just, 12 days. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how LAFC responds to our first real gauntlet of the season. And again, this has been a restful early part of the year. We have been, for the most part, pretty healthy this season too. We're going to get banged up on occasion. Aaron Long needs to stop running into goalposts. But other than that, we're doing all right. David Martinez's back injury and Lorenzo De La Valle being the only 2 key injuries so far this season. Looks like everybody should be back and ready to go. LAFC, however, has lost our last 5 road matches against San Jose. Couple that with our road record this season of 0 wins, 3 losses, and just 1 draw. LAFC's road record, both against San Jose in the recent history and this season, has not been good. Now, this isn't a super traditional road trip in that it's a long flight across the coast, but oh my goodness, it is going to be trouble for LAFC if we continue to play the way we have this season on the road. But speaking of winless in their last 5, that is exactly what San Jose is. San Jose is at a race to the bottom with New England for the wooden spoon. They are 0-4-1 in their last 5 matches. However, that one was in their last match against Nashville. They had a 1-1 draw against Nashville. And by the way, Walker Zimmerman went absolutely ham sandwich at the Nashville Predators game tonight. That was nuts to see Walker go as crazy as he did. Either way, it was a 1-1 draw with Jack Skahan getting the only goal for San Jose. So maybe a little momentum in a 1-point tie or 1-1 tie, I should say, for San Jose, having come off that tie, maybe getting a point gives them a little bit of juice. They're not going to need any juice, though, coming into this game. They are pulling out all the stops. They're introducing their new DP signing. I think they said at halftime, Hernan Lopez. By the way, did not know Hernan Lopez, the great nephew of Diego Maradona. So that's kind of neat. He doesn't play as well as Diego Maradona did. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in Major League Soccer playing for the San Jose Earthquakes. But it's still kind of neat. Hernan Lopez, their new DP signing, will not be available in this match, but they are introducing him at halftime, and they are expecting a near sellout crowd. I believe Levi's holds 68,500 people, and they are expecting well over 60,000 in attendance tomorrow. So it is going to be the match of the season so far for San Jose. Now, they talked about it with Hugo Lloris. Had you ever played in matches with stadiums this big? And he kind of laughed it off, of course. And in fact, he's played in football stadiums before when Tottenham Hotspur came to the United States. I think he played in Tennessee, in the Tennessee Titans Stadium. So I'm not worried about Hugo. Edward Atuesta obviously has played all over in Brazil and everywhere else. I'm not worried about LAFC showing up in a big stadium situation. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near like what happened to us in the Rose Bowl last season. Although, again, our track record not great, having lost 2-1 last time we played in this stadium. Just 1 win on the year for San Jose. And the one thing that Hernan Lopez certainly will not be fixing when he finally suits up is their awful back line. There are bad back lines in Major League Soccer, and then there are the San Jose Earthquakes. No team in all of Major League Soccer has given up anywhere near the 25 goals allowed so far by San Jose. Portland's given up 21, and then a bunch of teams have given up 18. Most teams other than Portland are at least 7 goals to the fewer when you look at San Jose's goals allowed. 25 goals allowed on the season. Their minus 11 goal differential, surprisingly, is only second in MLS. That's New England with minus 12. They just can't figure out a way to score. I think they have 6 goals on the season with 18 allowed. And look, they're at 4 points. New England's at 4 points. So like we said, it is a race to the wooden spoon for these two teams. So what does that mean for LAFC? Well, I think Ben was saying last year it was a trap game. This time, not so much. My friend Ben Skolnick, I will disagree. Break out your Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. I absolutely think this is the very definition of a trap game. LAFC put together a heartwarming performance by Denis Bouanga with the goal to get the stoppage time win. We need to continue taking steps forward this season, not steps backward. And I think every time we seem like we play a great match, we come out the next match and we are a little bit flat. LAFC needs to be very, very careful that this doesn't become another one of those situations. It can certainly be considered a trap game. We know San Jose will be up for LAFC. We know Jeremy Abobasi and Christian Espinoza will be ready to roll. No player in LAFC's history has more than 4 assists against us in our small history, until you get to Christian Espinoza's 8. He has double the amount of assists that any other player has ever racked up against LAFC. He is ready to roll. Only Zlatan Ibrahimovic has more goals scored, 9, than Jeremy Abobasi's 7 against LAFC. Raul Ruidiaz with 5, Zlatan with 9, and smack in the middle of that fun sandwich is Jeremy Abobasi. So we know their 2 best players will be ready to roll. However, the problem is after those 2 players, the cupboard is pretty bare in San Jose. LAFC needs to be ready. We need to shake off our early road woes this season, 0-3-1. We need to shake off our previous history on the road against San Jose, winless in our last 5. And again, it's weird this far into the season, LAFC has 1 point on the road. There's absolutely no way that can continue over the course of the season if we are going to be considered MLS Cup favorites or MLS Cup contenders. But here's the beauty of it all. Yep, we sit in 5th place in the West, but we are just 1 win, 3 points out of 1st place. Yes, there are 4 teams ahead of us, and we need to keep winning to keep pace. There's no sign of Cristian Arango. Oh, Chicho. No sign of Chicho slowing down at all for RSL. Obviously, Carson's put together a pretty good run to start the season. So we need to win to keep pace, but we're only 3 points back of 1st place. So with that being said, this solo scarf endeavor, let's get in to our players to watch, our keys to the match, and our score prediction. Will I predict that LAFC lays an egg on the road? Or will I predict that LAFC comes out guns a-blazing? Let's take a look first at my players to watch. Normally, I go with the deep cuts. I go with the player who I think will have an intriguing storyline or the most fun for me to watch when I'm out there. I'm not messing around with this one at all when it comes to San Jose. It is absolutely going to be Christian Espinoza. He is the straw that stirs the drink. He has 5 assists on the season. I believe he also has, don't go with 2 goals on the season. They don't score much, but he assists on all the ones that he doesn't score. Christian Espinoza, as good as it gets. I like Roberto's prediction here that Canelo KOs in the 10th and LAFC Dodgers parlay tomorrow. Let's bet it all. Fictional money, of course. This is just play money. I would never condone actually betting on games, but you can bet that Christian Espinoza will be ready to roll. Like we said, he has 8 assists on his LAFC career, against LAFC in his career, I should say. 8 assists against LAFC in his career. He will be ready to go. And I think this is going to be a match where we hear from Ryan Hollingshead, whether it's a goal, whether it's an assist or two. His play on the back line has been incredible. And I also wanted to shout out Ryan Hollingshead. There was a great article on ESPN. I think it was ESPN or The Athletic. I don't remember which one, and I can't mix those two up. But either way, the top 50 players on U.S. men's national team watch, Ryan Hollingshead came out at number 33. Fresh on the list was Ryan Hollingshead because of his play at outside back this season for LAFC. So I'm really excited to see Ryan Hollingshead get some love. A little surprised that Timothy Tillman wasn't in the top 50 or so, although I would like to know where he was. His brother Malik Tillman was like 4th or 5th on the list, which is pretty impressive. But that being said, I really do think that Ryan Hollingshead is going to have a match in this one. I think he is going to contribute on the score sheet somehow. We are all, of course, hoping that he pulls ahead of Graham Zusi in the goals race scored by defenders, which will be really, really cool. I also think it's going to be kind of fun. We'll see what happens. This could be the match where Kai Kamara, I'm hoping he only ties San Jose Earthquakes legend Landon Donovan with his goal mark, because I want him to beat it back at BMO. But I think we might hear from Kai Kamara in this one as well. But my two players to watch for this match, Christian Espinoza for San Jose and Ryan Hollingshead for LAFC. Let's talk about my keys to the match. First and foremost, we mentioned there are going to be 68,000 or so in attendance, if you believe what San Jose is saying. And so what LAFC needs to do, and what we've been pretty solid at this season so far, is to take the crowd out early. We need to get Denny Bawanga. We need to get Kike Oliveira. We need to get them moving that ball up the wings. We need to maybe get an early yellow on one of their important defenders. We need to get an early goal first 10, 15 minutes or so. Really take San Jose out of it early. If we can go up 1-0 or even 2-0, just like we did last match with that dagger by Timothy Tillman at the half, which, by the way, was a huge goal, all things considered, because we needed that Denis Bawanga comeback in stoppage time. It's going to be huge to take San Jose's heart out early. And when we go up, instead of doing what we have done over the last 2 or 3 matches, let's stay out in front, please. Let's keep piling it on. We cannot be satisfied with an early goal or 2 at halftime. We need to come out, and instead of trying to score 2, we need to try and score 3. And after we score 3, we try and score 4. I know that's what every team tries to do at the start of a match, but we have seen LAFC come out and look completely differently after the half. Yes, I know other coaches change their tactics and we have to adapt on the fly. I get that. But we need to keep our foot on the gas pedal over the course of the entire 90 minutes. No, hey, we're up 2-0. Let's see if we can park a bus or play a little bit more conservative. No, if we're up 2-0, 2-1, let's go up 3-0, 3-1. If we're up 3-0, 3-1, let's get 8 for all I care. Why not? Just keep putting the pedal to the metal. No sense in letting up. So what do I think the scoreline is going to be? I'm going to speak it into existence. It is going to happen. 3-1 LAFC at the very least. I think this is a statement match for LAFC. This needs to be our coming out party. We know we can score goals. We've had 2 or more in all of our last 3 games. I think this is a game where, again, I still think Christian Espinoza and Jeremy Ebobisse are good enough to maybe link up for one against us. But I absolutely believe that we are going to put our best foot forward over and over and over again in this match. So it's going to be very interesting to see what LAFC comes out and does. I think we come out on the front foot. I'm apparently, by the way, this just came over A little bit of, I guess it's breaking news. Let me see how long ago this was posted. I guess it actually, this is San Jose Earthquakes posting this earlier in the day. I apologize. I must have missed this. Thank you to Alberto Lopez. There will be no halftime presentation for Hernan Lopez. Hernan Lopez is going to be available for the San Jose Earthquakes in this match. I apologize. It was something that I didn't see come across San Jose's Twitter. I was trying to follow it throughout the day. But wow, this could be really, really interesting if Hernan Lopez takes the pitch for San Jose. It's going to hopefully do for them, obviously, what Carson had Zlatan do when he came out on the pitch after halftime. Look, I think it's going to be really interesting to see the buzz that Hernan Lopez gives that stadium. I still don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to stick with my 3-1 score prediction. Look, I like Ben Skolnick. Our buddy Ben says Denny Bouanga, Kai Kamara, and Ryan Hollingshead score tomorrow. I love it. I would love to see Kike Oliveira be able to put one in the back of the net. I think that would be huge for him. Maybe take a defender inside rather than outside once or twice, but we'll see how that goes. Either way, I am incredibly confident in our club's ability to be able to put goals on the board. And I think that Hugo Lloris is going to make a couple of big saves for us, going to keep things level, and we're going to keep things, maybe we're up 1-0 and it gets kind of hairy inside the box. We're going to see a great save from Hugo Lloris, not once, but maybe twice. I think that'll be huge for LAFC. And I think that LAFC comes out in this one 3-1 to the good. It is going to be so much fun. We got Neves TTV predicting that Muller scores tomorrow. Look, if we're piling it on and we decide in the 85th minute, since it's 3-1, let's clear the bench. Let's get Nate the Great out there, the Wonder Kid, Nathan Ordaz. Let's get Eric Duenas some playing time. Let's get Luis Muller some playing time. I absolutely hope Luis Muller is able to score. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This game has MLS written all over it. Levi's Stadium, now potentially the debut of Hernan Lopez for San Jose. It is a television-made matchup. Make sure you're watching 4:30 tomorrow on Apple TV. Make sure you're watching. If you're headed to a watch party, be safe and travel safe. If you're headed up to San Jose, be safe and travel safe. It is going to be a fun one. 68,000 strong expected in San Jose, and they are going to get there just in time to see 3 points for LAFC and a 3-1 victory. Let us know what you think in the chat. Hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys want to see for episode 300. It's just 2 episodes away. It's going to be so much fun. Don't forget, by the way, head on over to defendersofthebank.com. Hit that shop button. Maybe get yourself that Defenders t-shirt you've always wanted. Hit up our merch. Leave us some comments on Facebook. Like, subscribe. Do all those things that the cool YouTubers tell you to do. And again, thank you so much for supporting Defenders of the Bank. This will be episode 299, you guys. So exciting for us here at Defenders. Episode 299. After the match against San Jose. We love you all. We thank you all for your support. And of course, you know that we have the fun outro music.